What's good, beautiful people? It's your girl. I'm still Asia, baby. Cause every time I close my eyes, I see you. Welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you are new here, hello, and welcome, okay? Be sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos from your girl, okay? Hopefully everybody in the world is having a great week this week, okay? We're supposed to be having a joyous week. This is a joyous time of the year. Y'all hug somebody, tell them you love them. If you haven't picked up the phone to call them just to say hello, okay? Anyway, today, y'all, I'm getting into something new. This is, what is this? A new channel. They will kill you, okay? Y'all, that's the name of the channel. It looks like they have a ton of content. Y'all, they got 2.17 million subscribers. So shoot, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know who they is, okay? Except for me, okay? I'm just saying. Y'all, this video is when keeping exotic pets goes wrong, y'all. I don't even know why y'all got pets that you're not supposed to have, okay? I don't even know why you got the little snake that's supposed to be in the jungle, okay? I don't know why you keeping the little pet monkey. I don't know why you got the pet coyote, okay? I don't know why you got it, okay? Because you should not have that in your parameter, okay? Within reach, okay? Access in general. You shouldn't be close. I'm just saying. In case anybody needed to hear it, okay? We all know this, y'all. So, I don't know what we about to expect, y'all. But the last video with the animals, y'all, I don't know. I had to find something else that was similar to it. So, when keeping exotic pets goes wrong, y'all, I ain't finna hold y'all up. Y'all already know. This video is long enough. So, go on and get your popcorn ready, y'all. And let's go on and get into this video, y'all. Okay? Ow.
Number 10. Unnamed Czech filmmaker. In 2014, the member of a film crew was attacked by a pet lion in the Czech Republic while shooting a documentary at the owner's home. 53-year-old
Why you got a damn pet lion? For starters. I don't need no little cute little cub, okay? He need to be with his mama. Wherever his mama at, that's where he need to be. Okay, not in my
says
house.
Basista was living with two adult lions, Alex and Majanka, which he'd raised since they were cubs. Basista received constant complaints from his neighbors, who described the felines as killers. Nevertheless, he and his family maintained they weren't aggressive. Alex and Majanka were allowed to roam freely around the house, and Basista would often join them in their rough and tumble antics.
Oh, foolish, you crazy. Often roam the house. Okay, you got two lions? Foolish, you crazy? Is you just stupid? Give a damn. I don't care, y'all. I don't care how tame they is. None of that, okay?
Freely around the house.
Absolutely not.
And Basista would often join them in their rough and tumble antics. As the production crew arrived at their home in Stupava, Majanka was wandering around the living room. Suddenly, she pounced on the back of a filmmaker and sank her claws into his flesh. The owners were on standby and, after a brief struggle, managed to wrestle her away. The filmmaker sustained minor flesh wounds. Even though it would have taken mere seconds for Majanka to inflict critical injuries, Basista insisted that she was only playing.
Oh, she was just playing. That was, yeah, okay, you got to go get 25 stitches for that, but she was just playing. Okay, play with me in court.
Critical injuries, Basista insisted that she was only playing. Number 9, Austin Hatfield.
Sure.
Florida teenager Austin Hatfield found a cottonmouth near his Wimorma home in 2014 and decided that it would be his new pet. Even though the snake possessed a deadly venomous bite, 18-year-old Hatfield kept it in a pillowcase in his room. According to his best friend, Jason Belcher, the teenager would kiss the snake on its head and mouth, completely disregarding the dangers to which he was exposing himself. Cottonmouths are known to be somewhat skittish in nature.
Now, why would you do that? Okay? Why would you do that? I don't even care if it was a rat snake. You got me messed up. You got me messed up, okay? In 10 different ways. You think I'm gonna kiss this snake? Oh, this you
to which he was exposing himself. Cottonmouths are known to be somewhat skittish in nature, but will readily defend themselves if they feel threatened. On a Saturday night, the snake slithered out of the pillowcase, across Hatfield's stomach, and off the bed. As the teen tried to recapture it, he was bitten. Belcher was in the kitchen when Hatfield walked in and asked to be taken to the hospital immediately. He was in critical condition on arrival, but was treated with antivenom and eventually stabilized. It was reportedly illegal for Hatfield to have the cottonmouth at his home, since keeping venomous snakes require...
My gosh, y'all. He don't even look like the same person right here in this picture. Ooh, look at his lips, y'all, his cheeks, his jaws. I wonder where he bit him in the face. Golly, y'all, you can't, I mean, you know, it's a cute man, handsome boy, y'all, but you crazy as hell, okay? You crazy as I don't know what. What is you doing? What are you doing?
Legal for Hatfield to have the cottonmouth at his home, since keeping venomous snakes require special permits.
Oh, wow.
Number 8, Vladimir. In 2015, a 21-year-old Russian man identified by his first name as Vladimir was killed by the king cobra he'd kept as a pet. The incident took place at the man's apartment in the city of Tolyatti. It was there that, aside from the cobra, Vladimir also kept a green mamba and a red spitting cobra. His social media featured numerous pictures of him and his venomous pets. His girlfriend, Anna, claimed that he'd like to play with the snakes and wasn't afraid of them. She was...
Do I need, you know what I'm saying? Do I need to interject y'all here? Okay, am I the only one thinking that these fools is crazy? Y'all, that's just dumb, y'all. That's just dumb. That's just dumb. Why would you even have that in your house, okay? Like, y'all, I would never, okay? I know I got kids and stuff like that, but y'all, I would never even bring an animal like that into the house. Y'all, even if I live by myself, why would you even risk that? Why? Y'all, snakes are exactly that. They slither through anything. You got...
His girlfriend, Anna, claimed that he'd like to play with the snakes and wasn't afraid of them. She was in the apartment when Vladimir was bitten by the cobra. The animal had reportedly attacked him as he was trying to feed it. Anna immediately called an ambulance, but there was nothing more that the paramedics could do for him when they arrived at the residence.
Dang.
Within minutes of the bite, Vladimir had passed away in Anna's arms. Number 7. Mikhail Prasek. 33-year-old Mikhail Prasek kept 2 lions, a male and a female, in the back of his home in the village of Zdekov, Czech Republic. He didn't have a license for the animals, which had been breeded illegally and housed in cages of his own design. In spite of multiple fines and concerns expressed by local residents, Prasek refused to relocate his exotic pets or to...
Y'all, can y'all imagine being next door to somebody and hearing a damn lion roar at night and go to sleep and just be like, oh, okay, you can let the dog out real quick if you need, you know what I'm saying? What? Y'all, nah, man, not no damn lions out. 2 lions? Nah, no.
To allow anyone representing local authorities onto his property. They were at an impasse because there was no evidence of animal cruelty, and keeping the lions wasn't outright illegal due to a lack of alternative facilities in the country. Prasek made headlines in 2018 when he was out walking his lioness on a leash and a cyclist crashed into it. The cyclist suffered some scratches that required treatment, and local authorities at the time deemed it a traffic accident. In 2019, Prasek's father found him in the pen of his 9-year-old male lion. He had been fatally mauled and the pen was reportedly locked from the inside. Police were called to the scene and shot both lions, an action they deemed had been absolutely necessary in order for them to retrieve Prasek's body. A local news outlet reported that the lioness was pregnant at the time. Number 6. Dean Armstrong.
Wow.
In August of 2012, a man from Cambridge, England, nearly died after he was stung by his pet scorpion. Dean Armstrong had grown up surrounded by exotic animals, as his father had owned a zoo in the 1960s. Since his late teens, Armstrong had started his own collection of reptiles and arachnids. He was in his early 40s.
You're not gonna be with me. You can't even be my boyfriend, okay? I don't even care if you was my brother. I would. We would not be in physical contact at all whatsoever. I would never be over there. Don't bring your animals over here. Okay? None of that. None of that, y'all. No.
Armstrong had started his own collection of reptiles and arachnids. He was in his early 40s when he got Sue the scorpion from a local pet shop. The owners had had trouble selling her because she only had one pincer, which meant that she struggled to hold food. Armstrong was trying to feed her a cricket when Sue whipped her tail over. The man had been stung or bitten by his pets numerous times, but remembered at that moment feeling fear for the first time. Within a minute of being stung, Armstrong collapsed. Fortunately, he was almost immediately discovered by his cleaner, who called the emergency services. He was rushed to Whipps Cross Hospital in East London, where he received a blood transfusion meant to flush the venom out of his system. When he woke up, he was paralyzed on the right side of his body and he couldn't speak. Armstrong was relieved about an hour later when the effect had passed, not knowing that it was only the beginning of his ordeal. The venom had severely damaged his pancreas, and weeks later, he was in surgery to have the organ drained of the toxins. Another year passed before he suffered further complications from the initial sting, when a cyst broke in his stomach and he started vomiting blood. Armstrong underwent life-saving surgery. When he came to, doctors told him that they'd removed his stomach, gallbladder, half his pancreas, and some intestines. Even though he'd have to carry a colostomy bag around for the rest of his life, Armstrong felt fortunate to have survived. Number 5. Sharon Miller.
Oh my gosh, y'all, this is like brutal. Y'all. To none of these animals, pets, okay? None of this.
To have survived. Number 5. Sharon Miller. In the late 1990s, Sharon Miller purchased a tarantula that her 8-year-old daughter had wanted from a Lake Forest pet shop in California. Miller knew that it could bite, but that the venom, barring a severe allergic reaction, generally had very low toxicity towards humans. However, she was completely unaware of a second and arguably more effective defensive response. The woman reached into the spider's cage to clean it, but suddenly felt discomfort in her eyes. As she rubbed them, they became red and extremely painful. She compared the sensation to having burning grains of sand in her eyes. What the pet store had reportedly failed to tell her was that when faced with larger attackers, tarantulas will flick their hind legs forward and fling hairs from their abdomen into the air. The arachnids can be quite precise in directing their attack. Their hairs aren't soft, but more like minuscule barbs that are meant to affect their target's sight. Miller was left with blurred vision after several of the tarantula's hairs got lodged in her right eye. She subsequently sued the pet shop for medical expenses and emotional distress, arguing that they'd failed to warn her about the dangers of owning the exotic pet.
I didn't even know they could do that, y'all. I didn't even know spiders could do that. Oh, yo! Oh my God. Y'all never.
Number 4. Norman Buwalder. In 2010, Norman Buwalder, chairman of the Canadian Exotic Animal Owners Association, was fatally mauled by a massive tiger he'd kept at his property in Southwold, Ontario. Nobody witnessed the attack, which claimed 66-year-old Buwalder's life. A family member who'd found his mangled remains was able to lock the 650-pound Siberian male in a separate portion of the cage. When officers arrived at the scene, it was visibly agitated, pacing back and forth in its enclosure. It hadn't been the first attack to occur on Buwalder's property. A few years prior, in 2004, a person from Toronto suffered severe head and neck injuries after being mauled by one of his tigers. They survived and recovered with treatment. Southwold's deputy mayor told a media outlet that the township had lost the case that would have forced Buwalder to get rid of his exotic pets. In a dark, ironic twist, one of the animals that he'd fought so hard to keep ultimately ended his life. The fate of the tiger remains unclear.
661-pound pet tiger. Wow. If you don't think that they will turn on you, y'all, they are wild animals. Okay? That's that part. That part.
Ultimately ended his life. The fate of the tiger remains unclear. Number 3. Daniel Brandon. On August the 25th of 2017, Englishman Daniel Brandon was killed by his pet African rock python at his family's home near Basingstoke in North Hampshire. The 31-year-old had owned the 8-foot serpent, named Tiny, since she was small enough to fit in his hand. In the wild, an African rock python will use its formidable strength to constrict antelopes, monkeys, and even small crocodiles, which it then devours whole. Brandon kept several other snakes and was never scared of Tiny, according to his mother. However, she reported that the snake would sometimes lash out at her when she entered the room. On the night of Brandon's death, the woman remembered a thud coming from his room, but thought that he'd knocked something over or dropped a piece of fitness equipment. She later found him unresponsive and Tiny coiled under a cabinet. A coroner ruled without doubt that Brandon had died from asphyxiation following contact with the python. Today's topic was requested by Fawn and In Case of Rain. If you have any other topics you'd like to learn about, subscribe and let us know in the comments section below. Number 2. Sochiro Mori. In 2018, a Japanese man was mauled to death by the Asian black bear he'd been hired to care for. 56-year-old Sochiro Mori had gone to the residence located northeast of Tokyo.
Oh no, you ain't gonna hire me to take care of no damn bear. I ain't taking care of no bear. I don't care who you are. I don't care where. I don't care how much you want to pay me. I'm not taking care of no bear. Yeah, absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not. Not no dang bear. You got me messed up.
56-year-old Sochiro Mori had gone to the residence located northeast of Tokyo. It was there that the bear's owner, an unnamed 70-year-old man, was keeping it in an enclosure. Based on the reports of local authorities, he had the necessary permits for the bear, which stood at 4 foot 2 inches and weighed an estimated 110 pounds. Mori, who was the animal's caretaker, had entered the cage, but before long, a neighbor heard him screaming. The neighbor went to the house and found Mori severely mauled in the animal's enclosure. He was taken to the hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. Number 1.
Oh, wow.
Paul and Mandy McDonald. In 2019, an Australian couple was brutally attacked by a deer that kept at their farm in Moihu, northeast Victoria.
A deer? At the farm? Y'all. Okay, everything else I can get with it. The snake, the scorpion, the tiger, the lion, the bear, okay? A bear? Like a deer, y'all? Now I know like the deer, the antlers and stuff on the deer, like they use those, you know what I'm saying, to protect themselves and stuff like that. But I'm like, okay, they had to have did something. Y'all did something to the deer, okay? Now maybe not y'all, cause deer, y'all, I don't know, cause they just be doing some stuff too. I can't rule them out. Never mind, take that back.
In 2019, an Australian couple was brutally attacked by a deer that kept at their farm in Moihu, northeast Victoria. 47-year-old Paul McDonald was feeding the wapiti, a cross between a red deer and an elk, when it unexpectedly lunged at him. His wife, 45-year-old Mandy, intervened, but sustained devastating injuries to her leg and upper body. Their teenage son witnessed the incident and ran to get help. Police officers arrived at the scene and fatally shot the deer. Mandy survived, but Paul had been gored to death. The woman was flown to the Alfred Hospital in critical condition, and according to updates on her case, she required over a dozen surgeries on a long road to recovery. In the aftermath of the attack, wildlife authorities warned that male deer, even though they may seem docile the rest of the year, become aggressive come mating season. Thanks for watching. Would you spend the night in the same room with a reticulous...
I knew that's what he was about to say. I was like, unless it was mating season. That's why I was like, wait. Because they be doing stuff too, y'all. I was waiting. I was like, let me see what he gonna say first before I say that, y'all. I knew it, okay? You better move. You better stop messing with nature, okay? It's supposed to be natural. Do what it wants to do. Let it be free, okay? It will do at its own will. Sometimes it seems like, y'all, we got to learn the hard way. And the hard way is the worst way. That's the worst way, okay? Dang, y'all. Some of this is just very unfortunate. Especially the boy with the she said she heard a thud and just thought, like, I just wouldn't have that pet. I I just wouldn't go look for one. I don't want to find it. I don't want to volunteer myself to keep it. I'm not going to sign up to train it. I ain't going to do none of that. Let me just keep my little fuzzy, little furry dogs, okay? And let them have their little happy life. That's it, okay? That's all. I don't want nothing else. I don't want no ant farm. I don't want none of that. I don't want to keep up with none of that, okay? Because they need to be where they need to be too. I'm just saying, there's a place for everything. Ain't that what our mamas used to tell us? It's a place for everything. Not at the house, okay? Not. Absolutely not, y'all. If y'all got exotic animals at y'all's house, like, leave me a comment down below. I want to know what it is that y'all have, okay? And why y'all have them? Okay, why you got these little crazy animals at y'all's house? Okay, who told y'all to keep these pets? I'm just saying, anything exotic, I want to know, okay? Let everybody know. So, if y'all enjoyed this video, be sure you give me a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos from your girl. And if ain't nobody told you, I love you. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video, y'all. Bye, y'all.